Welcome back. Well, the Federal Reserve paused interest rate hikes earlier this month after 10 straight hikes in just over a year. The current federal interest rate is at a little over 5% and could be peaking. And it's a good time to earn a good return on your savings. So we are joined right now by Jim Cross of First Financial Bank to talk about how you can make these interest rate hikes or work for you. Jim, thanks so much for being here.
Yeah, happy to be here.
Let's get right into it here. With the interest rates being up, I think a lot of people I've heard talk about this. How do you know where to put your money? Do you put it into a long-term investment, or should you put it into a savings account right now?
Yeah, and probably both. I mean, investing is still a good thing to do. That hasn't changed, especially if your retirement's a ways off or you're trying to grow that wealth over the long run. But now, all of a sudden, with deposit rates the way they are, taking a chunk of that money you've saved up, putting it in a bank account, savings account or CD, now all of a sudden it's an option not only to preserve that value, but it can be part of your growth strategy as well. Rates haven't been this high since 2006, so 17 years. And so for a lot of us, thinking about checking our savings accounts and CDs as part of your growth strategy, we haven't done that in a long time. And if you're in your 20s or 30s, you probably never have, right?
Yeah.
Right. Well, Jim, how do savings accounts and certificates of deposit compare right now in terms of what you can earn?
Yeah, we're in a really unique situation right now. So historically, traditionally, take CDs. So the longer the term on the CD, typically the higher interest rate, right? So you can get a 1-year CD, which will give you a good interest rate, a little more than a savings account. But if you can commit to a 5-year CD, that can maybe be the best interest rate. But right now, it's almost the opposite. Since rates have gone up so high so fast, we may be starting to reach a peak. And, the Fed, again, last meeting, they paused, did not raise rates. And the outlook is, we may see rates go up a little bit, but start to level off, and then even come down a little bit next year or two. So really, the best rate you can get if you're looking at a CD, maybe 5%, maybe 5.25%, 5.5%, but that may be on a shorter term CD, like a 1-year CD or even a six-month CD.
If people do have maybe money in a savings account, is it automatically getting more interest as the rates are increasing?
Yeah, no. So savings account rates are kind of all across the board right now, right? Because they do not automatically go up when the Fed increases rates. So you kind of have to look around, shop around for those good deals on savings accounts.
Okay.
And Jim, how are people adjusting as their saving patterns as these rates go up? What are you seeing? Are we saving more maybe?
Yeah, unfortunately, the national savings rate, which is how much of your income people are putting away and saving versus spending, is really kind of at an all-time low right now. And it's tough, right? Things are more expensive. So we're spending more at the grocery store. We're spending more when we go out to eat. So it's hard to save right now, but that just means it's a good time to think about the dreaded B word, that budget. Or can we call it a money plan? Maybe that's better than a budget.
It does sound better that way, doesn't it? I think that's all good information. I think you're exactly right. So many people I talk to are saying, look, there's just no way to save. Right now, we're just trying to break even and get through this, especially when you're talking about child care prices going up and food costs, as you said.
Yeah, well, Jim Cross from First Financial Bank, thanks so much for being here with us and breaking all of this down for us, helping us on this Money Monday.
Thanks for having me.
All right, thanks a lot, Jim. We appreciate it.